Recording.
So, last we left off, there had been a bit of a fight in between the party members. Whether they call it that or not, it was a bit of infighting. Not quite connecting, I would say. Not seeing eye to eye. And as a result, one of the new party members, or at least new allies, had walked off and followed by Razz. What do you think you two are doing right now? This map is just to set up for later scenes.
I know Razz is following after Cal. I will, partially because of the situation they're in and the danger in splitting up. And also just because of the emotional reaction, the checkout reaction. And also because tensions were starting to get high, and she said, "Oh my God, things are about to get real."
So as Caliban is starting to head somewhere else, I think. What does Razz or Caliban say as you are just walking for now? Because there's about a 50-foot, 75-foot area where there is nobody.
I would just say Caliban is surprised that Razz did go ahead and follow. He's very obvious with this. It's just he keeps on like looking at her, but he seems very obviously like he's trying to catch his breath.
Okay. So, obviously trying to catch his breath, is it like in his body or his face? Or is it like all over that is like visible?
His face is like pretty solidly deadpan. It's just quite literally the heaving of his, like not quite heaving, but big inhales.
Okay. So, in the same beat as Cal, Razz takes a deep breath, like just first a small breath, and then looks at him and goes, "Hey, breathe with me for a second," and then takes a deep breath.
He takes a second. I think he's in the middle of finishing one of his own breaths when like he stops for a second. He does like a little shaky nod, and it seems like he shakes his arms a little bit. I think. Can Caliban roll insight on how Razz is doing to see that Razz was also like mutually a little nervous about the tension?
What's your passive insight?
So I don't remember how to do that. But it's just
10 plus your modifier.
It's a 20.
Is that enough, Zon?
20? Would it be against
It's like the way that I rule passive insight is it enough to see past the cursory look over of what passive perception would give you, like your body structure, how you're reacting physically? Is it enough to see past that?
So I am gonna compare it to her Constitution modifier, and it beats it by like 6 points. So though Razz is sometimes hard to read right now, it is definitely like she's definitely centering on a small problem to avoid the big ones. Whenever she takes her breath, it is for her too.
He clocks this very gently. It's just like he just puts his hand on her shoulder and starts breathing with her. it's a he specifically like goes to maintain eye contact, and I would say he calms down like reasonably quickly. He just genuinely needed space. The best way I can describe it is he's been calming himself down a little bit longer than Razz has in terms of like years of his life. He knows how to calm down.
Razz doesn't know what that means. It had never been calm once in her life.
And we love her for it.
Okay. After a few minutes, or not minutes, but a few moments of like breathing together, Razz just kind of looks at Caliban and goes, "Better? See better? You feel better? Maybe a little bit."
Do you feel better?
Nah. Everything's great.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Does she dead ass say that to him?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Just be saying shit sometimes.
He smiles real big and goes, "Yeah, buddy?"
So
I'm okay.
Okay, you are okay. So what's happening in your brain after I know you wanted alone time. Sorry for imposing on that. But it feels dangerous for alone time right now.
The smile has not left his face. It's not as condescending as this, but the best way I can describe it is sometimes when my younger sisters, who are about to turn 7, will be talking to me about something, and I'll just kind of be like smiling and nodding at them, but I'm still listening very enthusiastically. It's just sort of watching Razz try to navigate this is very endearing. It's just a little smiling and nodding. And he goes, I was hoping if a step away from the rest of the group wasn't too alone. I'm pretty sure we can hear if anyone starts dying outside. But I've been alone for several years. I'm fully capable of taking care of myself. But I don't mind too much. I'm actually not very used to alone time. Especially like when I was younger and such. So this is a old familiar something of being imposed upon. Yeah.
Okay. Definitely a little bit of tension leaves her shoulders at that. Like, like whenever you're very unsure and a little bit scattered in your brain, and like your whole body feels like it's one piece and then it de-pieces.
I know that a little. I would use very different words to describe the process of my own body. But yes.
Okay. Sorry.
I know what you're good. Don't apologize. I know what Caliban is saying. You're all good.
Okay.
He takes a second and he's like, "Are you feeling better? Do you need to talk about it?"
I'm great. I'm sure everybody's great. Sure, everybody's fine.
So there's this person that's included in everybody, and their name is Razz.
Okay, so upon that, I think Razz is going to try to do a little bit of a redirection away from herself, and I mean, also, like, out of a place of curiosity and part of why she followed him to begin with, she is going to go out and say, it did sound a little bit like you were trying to say something out there, before things happen. What's on your mind?
So, I will talk about this with you. But because we are so very swiftly trying to move on to that, permission to check in on you later, and you should answer me then.
That makes Razz pause a little bit. Because usually redirections work away from her feelings. So the interest and, like, I guess it kind of makes her feel a little soft, you know, but she tries not to betray that. But she nods. Yeah. I will try to answer later.
All right. Thank you. I zag. I'm going to swallow the potato that's in my mouth, and then I'll talk.
Aye.
All right.
Okay. So you can see he's, like, very obviously thinking of, how do I begin to explain this? And he goes, well, I know I was doing something dangerous by going to the front gate. I wasn't sure what would be there, but it was very obvious why it was so dangerous as soon as we got there. I don't know if you saw, but there was a man at the front gates, and I had stopped to take pictures of him, and I got a video of him. I don't know him personally, but I know him enough to recognize him and who he's affiliated with. He's affiliated with some very dangerous people. Dangerous people who I know aren't doing something this stupid. I don't indulge in it very much, but I am a Vintera. Word travels very fast. It only took me a second to basically tattle on him. People who needed to know what he was doing found out what he was doing. Considering what happened, I'm pretty sure the people he works for weren't too happy with this.
Is that why you were so angry?
Yeah, like, I know this might be stupid, but, like, it just kind of pissed me off that I felt in my bones that, like, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to be. Like, he was going out of his way to do this shitty thing, and a ton of people are hurt, I assume. Like, we could have died, and he wasn't told to do that. And so he was just doing it because he was shitty. All of this happened because one guy decided to be really shitty, and I think it's easier when you can blame a crowd, when you could maybe even blame who he's affiliated with. But I'm pretty certain he's dead, so you can't really blame him. I don't think they knew. They do quiet things, scary things, quiet things. They're not this obvious.
I poked around in someone's mind, and they were waiting on someone. They didn't say who, but they were waiting on someone. They pushed me out before I could find out more, but
it could have been him, or it could have been that other person Helia brought up. I don't think she's necessarily wrong. I don't think I'm wrong either. but there definitely could be more than one person behind this. I just kind of wanted to give everyone the reassurance that the person who would have murdered us was probably taken care of. I'm pretty sure all of the conflict during just before the time stop, I think that was the conflict happening at the front gates. It seems so big, I don't know that he survived it. I know he was strong, but not that strong. That was genuinely crazy.
Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, it was. Everything is crazy right now. Like, crazy. Crazy.
It's okay to be overwhelmed.
Nah.
It's not okay to be overwhelmed?
No, it's okay. It's okay if you're overwhelmed.
It's okay if you're overwhelmed.
Wrong. even though she's like joking around it is like, I don't know. It goes from a little bit of sarcasm to like a little more like endeared, I guess. At that, you know, got some points for Razz out of that.
He's like laughing a little bit, and he takes a second. He's thinking. He kind of turns and he goes, "Do you want to help me do something stupid?"
Stupid happens to be my specialty.
Excellent. Knew I could count on you. Ever since I put you on my shoulders during the dragon fight, I knew that awful things could happen if we were left alone to our own devices.
Fabulous.
So, I'm kind of worried about the person Helia mentioned, and I was kind of considering going to see if we can find them. I can vanish, and I'm not that scared about retreating. And you're the one who said, and this isn't like, I'm sorry, I actually shouldn't say that. That sounds like so guilt trippy, but like, okay, you're the one who said that we probably shouldn't be alone right now, and maybe you could come with me.
You got me there. Let's sniff around. I can turn into a weasel.
Pardon?
I could turn into a little guy that's good at hiding. I can't vanish, but I can be out of sight.
How long can you be a weasel?
How long can I be a weasel?
It's typical of wild shape. However long you can wild shape for.
Sorry.
I think it's an hour.
I think so too. I think up to an hour, or if I get smashed, I gotta be back to people.
Ideally, does Razz say if I get smashed out loud?
Yeah, I think he does. That wasn't
Right.
Razz at first, but I think it was Razz speaking through me.
He kind of goes, well, ideally you won't be getting smashed, especially not as a weasel. It'd be weird.
Yeah.
I can only vanish for 10 minutes at a time, but yeah, it's no sweat for me to keep on doing it. So, and I've already done it today, so I'm pretty sure I can just keep on doing it forever.
Okay, I do believe I can do it twice in a day. Or
do you want to do something possibly even more stupid?
oh yeah.
If you're a weasel, I could put you under my cloak.
Okay.
Like while I'm invisible. And my cloak turns invisible with me.
Okay.
So like Do you want to? I think can Caliban check to see if anyone's watching them at this point in time because there are people further down.
Yeah. Roll perception for me.
You think I see things? I don't even know my dice. Okay. I got a cool 17.
You know that there's a lot of things still happening, even with the things that's done at the front gate. It's cooling off and things are starting to slow down in favor of the capital. But there's not necessarily a lull. So if you get too close to the outer edge of where things start getting rough again, you'd be picked up. Are you continuing to move is the question, or have you stopped?
No, I think we completely stopped. That way we can make sure nobody explodes outside.
Yeah, so nobody heard you and you know that.
Carrie just got home and I said, I want to make sure nobody explodes outside and just went, what? As soon as I stopped pushing to talk. No, yeah, they're right next to like the entrance and talking about this. Can Razz weasel and then Caliban tries to put her under his
I have
cloak.
thought about this. I have thought about this because it was brought up before session. I'd say as long as you're using the mana to sustain it, yes.
Okay, what do you mean by that? Because, okay, I did want to check in about this. How my Vanish works, because I've... Oh, okay. My Vanish, the first cast is free, and then it's 2 MP after. So, like, would I be using 2 MP, like, forever? Or just or would I just every single time I need to recast it after 10 minutes?
The latter.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I expected that.
If it
Does Raz Weasel?
Oh yeah, poof. Poof.
How tiny is the like
I think the
how
serpent
big
weasel was
is this weasel?
I'm pretty sure it was small. Like
We haven't been playing for too long, so don't worry, you can adjust it. The
Okay.
weasel,
So
like,
I googled it. Yeah, weasels in real life are like 11 inches at least, and at most 17, and they weigh a couple. They weigh like 2 to 10 ounces. Um, so it's just a little itty bitty weasel, and then Caliban very carefully with it because Caliban's already big. This is a little guy. Very gently scoops up with just the one hand, and then uh places. I think he does the thing that real life Zed does with cats, and kind of just puts Raz on his chest and lets her figure out where she wants to be, and kind of like opens up his cloak.
where does
okay.
Razz settle?
Okay. So first cling because small finding and now on a very large man. Um and then a skitter from there onto his shoulder into the crook of his neck and just like kind of wrapped around.
He just waits for it to happen. I was gonna make
Yeah.
a joke about which tit you pick, but that's neither here nor there. Um, and I think he just waits a second, and then he goes, "Comfy."
Oh yeah. I don't know if he can understand her in this form, but there's like What sounds do weasels make?
Does
Weasel
he,
sounds.
You
does
speak
he,
Druidic.
yeah,
Okay.
Caliban speaks Druidic.
Okay. Perfect. This'll do. It's warm. I'm secure. I probably won't die. I like it.
Since she's like near his neck, she is cuddled up to some very nice fur, and like he has a very nice cloak. It's fancy. He spent a lot of money on it.
Okay.
Did he even buy
Speaking
it for
of,
himself? I don't know.
I was gonna ask real quick. I meant to ask in the moment, but did Caliban's name strike any chords in Razz? Like, does it sound like does she know his family, like of his
Oh,
family?
absolutely, you know his family. There's so much for me to go over that you would know from being connected to the historical society.
Okay,
We need an entirely
fantastic.
different day to go over it.
Okay. All right. Well, he she is
For
trying to be normal about it then.
context, the Vinteras, for overview, are the gossip central of the entire cosmos. They know
Oh yeah.
anything there is to know, including secrets.
Then Raz, as like a weasel, is almost vibrating. Like is almost vibrating with excitement. Like resource.
Um,
That was
Cal,
inside thought, not outside. But like
right?
wide
She's
eyes.
still she's still like vibrating, right?
Yeah.
I Caliban very quietly goes, "You're cute," and then he goes invisible.
Uh, okay. Caliban, do you know where you're headed?
No, to be straight up, I'm raw dogging it. So honestly, he's just gonna go through several hallways until he finds black cloak individual that was described.
Roll investigation, both of you.
I got an 18.
Should I use my weasel stats?
No, you're a druid. You use your human stats, your
Okay.
person stats.
Okay.
If it was
Well,
polymorph, you'd use the animal.
still not great, but investigation.
All good. You beat the DC. Um, the both of you are kind of on the lookout for anything that might catch your eye. Because at first you're looking for the black cloak. You're looking for someone who might be out of place, people who might not be aware that the black coat means anything. Because as far as the Vinteras have been concerned, the black coats are just an ancient fad. A really tacky one and a kind of a mean one, but a fad. And it's been that way for centuries. People who do scare tactics, kind of like Halloween scare actors putting on a clown mask. That's what it reads as. It, but you know, Caliban, that that's not quite what's happening here anymore. So you're looking for the telltale fluttering, maybe even a ripped edge, and you're the first one that sees it, Caliban. The signs of struggle, fighting, and it's leading down towards the not the royal wing, but like guest chambers, kind of like where the higher up nobles would stay in the castle. It would have taken you about 20 minutes, so 2 casts.
Yeah, he like keeps it casted up, so he has to cast it twice.
Yes. You do see the signs of the struggle. Do you follow it, or do you keep a little low in case they come back?
I think like he immediately notices the signs of combat. Even in this invisible state, he very like it's not because I don't know how to explain this, but there is a very small thing on him, and so he kind of like immediately goes and he puts one of his hands on the lump where Razz is. Um, and it's just like a quiet communication of uh stay in there.
Sniff, 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 nod. Nod.
Oh, he's thinking through it.
Oh god. The
I
death.
did not hear a single word you just said. I'm so sorry.
I died in a hole. He's thinking
Oh.
through it, so like we can talk.
She chooses to sniff.
He, I don't think Razz can tell, but there is like
Zag, you're kind of cutting out.
You died. Completely.
Oh dear.
hello.
You're back.
Okay. What was the last thing you guys heard?
You put your hand over Razz, and there was a sniff, sniff, snuff, nod kind of response.
Uh, so it's taken 20 minutes to find the signs of like battle or like combat, or whatever. So he's going to stay invisible as he moves forward, so will he need to cast Vanish again?
Yes, it would be the tail end of your second cast. So the third.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, he has a hand on Raz, still keeps staying invisible, and he moves forward.
This is more of a character question more than it is a roll. How well do you think either of your characters would recognize gunpowder residue?
I don't think Raz herself is super familiar with guns, but I do think that just because of the nature of her work, she's got to be familiar with at least like certain weapons. I mean,
Yeah, like
you know,
the basics.
Yeah.
Caliban?
Now, I'm going to say something crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think any people who Caliban works with closely use guns. Is that right?
Not closely, no. None of the ones you know would go for something so tacky.
Uh-huh. So, what can I roll to see if Caliban has killed anyone that uses a gun?
Roll history for me.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I'm not on my stats page. Hold on. I'm really good at this, guys. It's a 19.
You've come across a couple of people who specialize in element keyblades, but those aren't really guns. Those are like extensions of the self that don't use gunpowder. This is strictly physical gunpowder residue, and you clock it because you've encountered a couple people who thought they could shoot you and you actually deflected it.
Yeah. But, to quickly share with the class, Caliban can't really be hit by projectiles.
Monk. Monk.
So he very quietly communicates, just very simply gunpowder.
Sort of a low trill of agreeance. And is there anything else we can tell about about the gunpowder? Like, how much of it is there? Is there, like, does it seem like, are there bullet holes anywhere?
There's, with your rolls as you're approaching and noticing that this area is not just quiet, but silent, you kind of clock that this struggle took place over the course of the past day, because this is the outskirts of where things are happening for this part of the location. And
Okay.
you realize that the gunpowder residue and the following bullet holes on the opposite wall, someone was shooting from the end of the hallway you're approaching. And the person that they were shooting at was either not shot or shot minimal times, because you can only see a couple of bullet holes that I'd say Caliban registers with your history as these were aimed shots, called shots, essentially. They were aiming to disable a limb and failed.
Yeah, there's like no blood or anything.
No.
Alright. Are we able to see if we can see the shooter? If they're still here?
They are not here. It is dead silent where you're at. You do know they were shooting from the end of the hallway, which isn't this map right here.
If you want,
Uh,
I can skitter ahead, all quiet like. Check it out. They seem to be down there, down at the other end.
I would rather you stay invisible. If they start shooting again, you're allowed to run away, okay?
Now that makes me not want to.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
You are small. If you take a bullet, like, you're gonna...
Then I get big and purple.
You're gonna get big and purple, and then you're gonna be an even easier target.
Okay, you make a point. Okay.
Right now? Right now we are not a target, mostly because we're invisible. If they can still see us, ideally, they'd be like, oh, these people are invisible. Maybe they don't suck. And if this person sucks, we'll just both run.
Her tail flicks like whenever a cat gets like catty. But she says, you do make a point, and I probably should stay right here. And it's warm. She burrows a little bit further.
With the tail flick, he does quietly go, girl. And then I would say Caliban keeps on going. He sticks to one of the walls, but he keeps on moving forward.
You do approach almost like an armored door. It's open slightly, like someone had pushed it open enough to get through, but from a distance it would look closed. And there are scorch marks from what you can gather from your passives. Scorch marks and that same gunpowder residue, and something else that you can't quite register. Do you creep in, or what do you want to do?
Caliban tries to see inside to any degree that he can.
Roll perception for me. Because you'd be slightly going inside.
Could it be assisted? And thus
yes, it can.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So it's a not natural 20.
Juice.
You hear something before you see something. you hear faint, distant chatter of nobles, people who are confused. You hear a couple of comments of, are we supposed to be here for longer? I kind of want to go grab something to eat. No one's been here. Like those kind of comments. Like people who aren't meant for this sort of action that they're taking. And then you see the noble dress cloaked in black rags more than it is a black cloak or anything like that. It's just hidden away in their normal attire. Just way down the hall. Kind of shrouded in darkness, but not quite. And you are on the current map, if you guys want to look at it.
Yeah. Zag, I don't know if you have a means of looking, but I could stream it if you want. I know you said it doesn't work on your computer.
I'm on my phone, my cojones. It does work.
Phone.
I just have to reload the entire tab every single time Mara changes them.
Would it be easier if I streamed it?
No, it's booting up right now. You're good.
Okay.
So is there only the sight of the one person you described, or can we see the others?
You can see the others. There's a couple who are just out of sight, but you can, with your specific kind of dark vision, Mr. Monk, and Ranger for that matter, you can catch like the shifting fabric and darting eyes in the dark that are. You'll understand this specifically, Zag. A couple of them have really bright blue eyes.
What are you doing? So is it dark? Do people require dark vision to see right now?
It is easier to see with dark vision than without, but you don't need it.
Damn. Okay.
You are not at the darkest part of this adventure.
Cool. So they seem like nobility? Can I like try to vibe? Okay, listen. Caliban's done a lot of weird shit. Can I check to see if like they seem like a threat or like powerful to any degree? Any of them?
Roll history with advantage.
Don't forget you have someone who is literally a part of the historical society on your shoulder.
I'm vibing. It's not very good. It's only a 12.
That's fine. These are the kids of nobles. People who are like, oh, this is a thing that we can tell our friends about kind of attitudes, but they're getting bored and they look like they're about to leave.
Okay, so they're like I would say they're probably younger than Caliban.
Yeah.
So he kind of just quietly says to Razz, they're just kids being stupid. And I think he stays vanished and he just, I would say, moves past them to see whatever they're hanging around for.
Roll stealth with advantage, both of you.
That's a 26.
Razz? I'd say a 26 makes up for the 13. That's double. I think you're kind of like freaking out. Not like freaking out, but you're like, I want to do something. There's things happening.
Fidgeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Caliban very quietly goes, "Did you take your Adderall?"
Please.
You know, that's probably something Razz needs to be on.
She's not okay.
She's raw dogging it. She is totally unmedicated.
We gotta put her down.
So as you are walking past and vanish, occasionally you'll think that one of the noble kids clocked the weird sound of fidgeting fur and shifting fabric, but they brush it aside as this fucking weird ass place, creaking floorboards and broken tiles and
Must
creepy.
be a rat.
That must be a rat.
Caliban still has a hand on Razz and just very gently puts a little more pressure on her. He's kind of like not trying to hold her down or anything, but is very much like, girl, and is trying to like weighted blanket. Like, calm down.
Loaf. Definite loaf.
Loaf. Okay. So are you listening to what they're saying, or are you moving past into the dark room beyond?
Razz is definitely listening for as long as she can.
Caliban doesn't stop to listen, but he's not moving very quickly. He's like taking his time, not stepping on anything that would make sound or getting too close to anyone. So he's being careful long enough to catch at least like I would say 2 to 3 minutes of conversation, if anything is said.
It's like here and there conversation, the longest conversation you catch between these noble children, these noble young adults at best, no older than maybe 23. You kind of catch them lamenting as kids who don't understand the severity of a situation do when they haven't been in the front lines of just, man, supposedly there was a fucking pirate here. I didn't see hide nor hair of him. Man, me neither. I wanted to. I could have gotten his autograph. You think a pirate would have given you his goddamn autograph? You don't know. Maybe he would have been a good guy. And that's like the conversation you hear.
Can Caliban be? Caliban is like, there's no Venteras here, are there?
No.
Okay, that's all I wanted to check for.
Pirate.
Do you move on ahead? Because that's basically the best conversation of information that you're going to hear from them.
These guys don't know shit.
Mm. You kind of clock with how they're talking of they heard the fighting long after after it subsided of like, oh, something happened here, and they snuck in and tried to get as far as they could, but then got scared. So they're trying to play it off and look cool.
Caliban hates people.
Yeah. These kids know nothing and think that pirates in fighting are cool.
For fun context, I took migraine medicine prior to starting because I knew I would get one, and I finally got one after you told me about this bullshit.
So you head into the next room?
I would check to make sure I'm not immediately bumping into anyone and there's no dead people. But yeah, if there's no dead people and there's no one right in front of the door, then I'm going in.
It's a new map if you want to check it real quick.
I am beholding. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do these look like they're more kids, or...?
They look closer to Caliban's age. People who would and should know more about what's going on, but you can't really clock what the noble family they belong
to. Okay.
I think it's the same pretty slow movements. I just say he keeps on moving for a while. Still taking his time as to not trigger anything, making sure nobody has spotted him quite yet. I'm not sure if anyone can see past his vantage is the thing, but I think around these he gets notably a little bit more nervous, just in case they're a little bit better than the kids.
Roll stealth for me.
Flat.
Unless you're getting assistance.
Is Caliban still weighted blanketing Razz's weasel form?
Yeah, I'd say definitely.
Okay, then if you think that would count as assistance, because she's definitely not fidgeting anymore, but I don't.
I'd say the presence for this time on this time alone, because you'll have a couple more rolls to do before you hit the next area. This would count as like knowing that you're not alone and that someone is looking out for you, so go ahead.
I didn't need it. That's a 32.
Yeah? Is that a natural 20?
No, I got an 18.
Okay. So I'd say that counts as 2 rolls. Do you listen again as you're passing by people?
Yes, absolutely. 2 of the nosiest people in the party alive are here. They are listening.
You hear from the first, 3 in the room that are just kind of lounging in, the front space, not going any further, not really paying attention. They're the easiest to sneak past, you think? But they're just offhandedly mentioning, do you think that this is, counting as action against the king? Because he's not that bad. It's just... I would prefer if the matriarchy was back in session, you know what I mean? And it's they're debating whether or not that the action that they are taking in this moment is considered treason.
I was literally about to say, they're right now, while you're actively doing the thing, you're musing on if you're committing treason or not. You didn't think about this maybe 5 minutes before you agreed to it. I do think Caliban tenses up a little bit upon overhearing, but he's still trekking along.
And you pass by a couple more people who are not silent, but kind of grumbling about their position in the matter of man, why do we have to play sentry? There's no one gonna find this fucking place. This is the treasury hall. It's fucking booby-trapped. And we had to set off everything because we didn't have that fucking goddamn... they're grumbling to themselves.
But is that a clear enough indication that did they say that they set it off so we don't have to worry about booby traps?
Yeah, they look notably dinged up in various degrees.
Caliban relaxes again. He's just okay, they're just stupid. It's fine.
Roll one more check for me. Stealth check.
It's only 17. I rolled poorly.
I think you stumble a little bit and then have to stop and press yourself against the wall out of making sure nobody catches on to you. But there's a beat missed. Yeah, Razz?
I do have a question.
What's up?
Whenever he stumbles, does he drop the weasel?
I'm not. Don't.
I gotta know.
Do you?
What do I roll? I'm not dropping this fucking weasel. What do I? If anything, I'm rolling like shit because I'm holding this goddamn weasel.
Yeah, definitely.
So Razz, you would be rolling acrobatics, and you're rolling sleight of hand.
Great.
Me?
Yeah.
I just a 13.
You almost get free. It's one of those things of wiggle, 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 and you feel the hand of no.
I was going to say he can't apologize verbally for stumbling, but he does pet her a little bit. Bitch.
Another flick of the tail. Perhaps a nibble on the hand, but nothing like actually meant to cause harm. Just that.
Caliban gets bit by his horse every day. This is not.
It's so bad here, guys. But you continue on your way after making sure everything is fine with Razz, making sure no one heard you. There is a beat missed where you think someone might have noticed you're there. But then the lull in the conversation turns into as you're passing by and walking into another room that is completely open and brightly lit. You kind of see, as you're turning the corner, you hear first the sound of another gunshot go off.
Sorry, very quickly. I think it would take another. I would think it would take 10 minutes without the pace Caliban was going at to get through the last room. So he's passing again. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we being shot at, or is it just in the room?
It is in it. From what you can gather, it is in the room beyond this one, but it is very, very close.
He hears the gunshot. He doesn't jump or anything, but he does turn to Razz a little bit, and I think he's waiting for her, checking in, making sure she's okay, waiting to see if she's comfortable, or he can send her off.
I gotta find out. I gotta find out what just happened. I gotta find out what that gun was.
Oh, is it? Does the weasel look excited at the sound of a gunshot?
Maybe not excited, but definitely interested.
He smiles and he tries not to laugh, and he succeeds in not laughing because but he shakes his head a little bit, and then he'll move forward again, making sure there's nobody right in front of the door and there's not an immediate dead body.
Roll perception for me.
Both of us, or just Cal?
Yeah, both of you can do this.
Yeah.
That's a cool 10.
No dead body. No one's in the front door. You're chilling.
24.
God damn.
Razz, I did describe this room as more brightly lit than the map will allow. This is the most damaged, non-damaged room in this entire excavation of figuring out what's going on. It was poorly hidden, like someone had cast a spell to cover it up. But you know this feeling of kind of like a generalized seeming spell. Instead of targeting people, it targets an area. Kind of like hallucinatory terrain. And this area looks normal to the naked eye, at least, but you're a bard. You recognize bard magic.
So
there's a
bard
very, very strong bard in this area right now.
Oh, ears down. Ears down. Caliban.
I think he keeps on turning to her when he stops moving. I think he stops right as soon as he enters the room. So he sees Noivus.
There was definitely a very powerful bard here, and they were hiding this place.
Do you have a dash?
Dash?
If we're running, can you run?
No.
I can run. So just stay there.
I can.
It's
I
like
can
dirt.
get her.
You're not fucking. Everyone's gonna. Okay. What
I
color
can.
is this weasel?
The
Colors
circuit
the
weasel
weasel. Yeah.
is. I'm pretty sure the picture of the circuit weasel was like blue.
Yeah, it is. It's like
Yeah.
it's
He.
like lightning blue.
She says she's gonna spit her, and Caliban looks at her and just looks at her with that girl.
I could
um,
turn into something that flies if it comes down to it. Like if you drop me.
I'm ideally not dropping. Is it okay if I keep on moving?
Um, does it how can I tell how close this or how like recent this bard has been here or uh
This was, you know what? Roll me Arcana for that one.
okay. Oh. Not very smart. Oh.
What I'll give you for a 10 is this was recently cast. You don't know how recently, but it's still up without the caster nearby. You're either sure that they are nearby in the next room or they're strong enough to keep it going without being there.
I will relay that information that either they're close or they're stronger than we think. So tread carefully, because they might fuck us up if they're here. Might fuck us up if they're not. Just because they triggered all of the traps that were here doesn't mean they didn't set more.
I would say at that, Calvin nods. I'd say he's still, even though there's no one visibly here, he's still moving slowly and carefully through the room and making sure there's, to the best of his ability, is making sure that there's nothing to set off.
Caliban would register in his time working underneath certain people. He knows when something is trapped, even with magic around. There are some bigger things that you would roll for, but this is an area dedicated to the royals. They wouldn't necessarily have really big traps, they'd have loud traps. Basically alarms going off at every single instance if you set off one. And since one person has already gotten past here, and probably more than one, you kind of gather that they've either been silenced or they've been disarmed. So there's a left path and a right path. Which one do you take? They both lead to the same location.
Caliban says left.
Left.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Not to make a Barbie reference, but leftaroo.
Please. On the left area, on the left staircase going down and heading into what looks like another brightly lit room, even brighter than the one you have right now, you kind of catch something odd for you, Razz. It's a feeling of like, have you ever laid on your arm too long and on the couch and you just specifically feel that numbing pain in your arm of like, if I touch my arm right now, it's going to explode off of my body.
Like pins and needles or
Yeah.
yeah.
You feel that in the back of your head, like you're so encroaching on something you shouldn't be around.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay.
Caliban. While Razz is feeling that briefly and starting to get worse, you overhear something happening. You hear muffled gunshots, like a silencer being attached to a gun. And then you hear singing And then the singing stops. Picks back up again. It's like a fight is happening and you're only hearing one side.
I need to I need to kill Caliban the man because you were describing what Razz is feeling, and I just immediately got hit with just like a wave of I'm about to cry. Um, please leave Razz alone. And you like warned me about this potentially happening, and I was just like, it'll be fine. I'll be fine. And now I'm like, no, I'm unwell.
Is Tingle magical in nature?
Yeah, dude. Caliban like looks to Razz. He's checking her out.
Is the feeling magical in nature?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you'd be able to clock it as magical, so roll me either wisdom saving throw or arcana again.
Okay.
Does Caliban notice that she's like something is happening?
I'd say with your insight you do.
Okay,
As
so
a druid,
can he like pet her a little to help her out and like maybe give her advantage?
Sure. Roll one more time for me.
Maybe advantage. Maybe advantage.
So
27.
Thank Caliban for that, because the DC was 25.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Caliban.
It takes you a moment of like being, oh god, what's happening? Oh god, and you're freaking out and starting to wiggle and fret and make noise again. And Caliban, what do you do?
I think he very like solidly takes a minute and he just goes, "Are you okay?"
That depends on the answer to the question.
The answer is, it is, you know this for a fact. This is a Keyblade effect. Something is trying to block out your perception of something, and you barely made the check to see past it.
Someone is down there trying to keep us from seeing something. And whatever it is affecting our wisdom, and just it's powerful. It's a Keyblade.
I don't mean to freak you out. I'm pretty sure we're on like equal levels of like strength. Nothing's happening to me.
Oh, okay. 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 It could be because we're bards. Maybe bard on bard violence. I don't know.
Okay. It sounds like they're still fighting up ahead. I feel like I'm only hearing it from one person though. Like, I don't know how many people are in there, but I can really only solidly hear the one. Um, are you okay to keep on going? Do you want to stay here?
I don't want to stay here. You're crazy. I gotta know what's going on. I think whoever is doing this, I could be wrong. I think whoever is making this happen is also blocking you from knowing what they're doing. I think maybe because we have like similar magic, I might be able to pick up on it a little differently. And this is all just observation. Do not take it with a grain of salt. But
No, you're good.
It feels intentional.
Do you describe the feeling at all, Razz?
It's pins and needles in the back of my head.
Roll history for me, Caliban.
It's not very good. It's only a 12.
There's something nagging at you of like, God, I've heard about an effect in the ranks of what you know. There's someone who can do that, and you just can't remember who.
Can I very like mentally put together the pieces that it's not affecting me, so I would probably know it's this person, even if I don't remember who it is?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm very so Calvin like quietly puts that together and he goes, um, I think we found our guy who's up ahead. I'm I'm gonna keep going. Try not to look at it, okay?
You cut
Gonna be
out that
okay.
last bit.
It's going to be okay.
Okay.
Do you head on down?
He goes back. He goes back to like the weighted blanket hand, and like he moves forward.
Razz, to help you keep note of how long it's been close to 45, 50 minutes of your first wild shape.
Before we go down,
Mhm.
I would love to cast it again. To poof out and poof back to where I do not de-poof in the middle of whatever is happening down there.
I'd say it just, like, you use another wild shape and it recasts, like, a blanket.
Okay. Alright. I am out of wild shapes for the
I was
day
about
after
to
this.
say, is Caliban holding a full big Razz for a second?
No.
Wait.
Jen.
Wait. Let me think if I'm gonna be a weasel again. It seems right. But what if this is my last wild shape? I'm gonna say a weasel.
She like
Okay, sorry.
No, you're good. Does she like indicate that this is her last wild shape to Caliban?
No.
You're
No, she
so
does not.
good at communication, Razz. You're so good.
No. Yeah, she's pro communicator.
Do you recast Vanish?
Yeah, I already marked it in my notes that he's casted it 5 times by now.
Okay. So, as you descend into this brightly lit room, the sight you see is upsetting. Because it is a massive room covered in gold and chests and items of all kinds, and Caliban, you recognize one of the people here because he looks tired. Platinum blonde hair, bright blue eyes, wearing a long, tattered black cloak. Not a coat, it was a cloak. And you know it is because he's a magic caster. A little bit. He's kind of taken after his mother. And you know that because you're looking at Belle. And he doesn't seem to clock that you're there. But you do see 3 other people. You see kind of 2 people in the distance holding their ground, kind of grinning like they've lost their minds. And not backing down for anything, they are standing in front of a pedestal with a large sword embedded into it, about as big as you. That has a orange handle and from this distance kind of looks roughshod. Like it shouldn't be protected this well. And then you see the royal mage, who doesn't seem to clock that you're there. Razz.
Razz?
You see the other 3. You see the one with the hair tied back in dreads with a pair of goggles over their head. You see the singing, the dancing, the having a grand old time from the furthest back. You know that's a bard. You see the dread pirate Captain Luca. You recognize that face. Anybody from the Historical Association does. He's in every textbook of who to avoid in the open skies. And then you see the royal mage, and he kind of leaves a unsettling feeling in your stomach. But there's a feeling in your, like a migraine onset, as you're trying to focus on someone who you know is there, someone who you know should be there. But it's like your eyes are instinctively looking away, forcing themselves to look at anywhere but where Belle is. And it hurts to try and focus.
I'm gonna try anyways. Really hard.
Roll a wisdom saving throw for me. Take 10 points of psychic damage for me.
Oh, okay, I don't feel so good, Caliban.
This does not count towards your wild shape. This is directly to you.
Okay, thanks. I was about to have been very bad. I'm glad you said that.
Do I thought he like very quietly pets her. He is tensing up then again. He's not angry this time, but he's definitely experiencing complicated emotions. He takes a second. Is it obvious that the Royal Mage is fighting with Belle in this instance?
With your insight, you think it's more of a commanding position.
Like, who's commanding him?
The Royal Mage seems to have gained a upper hand and started commanding Belle.
Do I recognize that this is the Royal Mage?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Can now I'm going to ask for help a little bit. Just like with your personal, in your personal opinion, what's the quickest way Caliban can knock the Royal Mage out?
Stunning strike, but you'd have to get close.
That's the point.
I wish I was not in weasel form because I could stun the motherfucker, but I cannot use my magic right now.
You're also dying, Chief.
Don't worry about it. That's never stopped me before.
You are unwell, my dear friend.
So good.
Okay, I found it. So yeah, Caliban is not trying to knock this guy down entirely. Literally just wants him to stop. Immediately clocks that this is the problem. I don't necessarily care if he comes out of Vanish to do it, but yeah, he's going to do his best to stunning strike this motherfucker.
So you rush forward? Or do you stalk forward?
It's Caliban. He's stalking.
Okay. So they aren't paying attention to you. It is loud and brash, and everything is happening all at once. And there's so much magic being thrown around that you're not sure how they've held this up for a day. Because it has been a while. But you get close enough because of your vanish, because they're too preoccupied to notice you right out the gate. I'm actually going to roll something real quick, because the Royal Mage is a paranoid man.
I'm just saying, if you threw Razz right now, she would bite his face. Hard.
We are approaching from behind, son. Very intentionally.
Throw him at the back of his head. Throw her at the back of his head.
I do think he notices someone's eyes on him that he isn't aware of, and he kind of like starts to look. but he hasn't caught on to you.
Okay.
Roll an attack with advantage, and I'll roll the stunning strike thing with disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, it's a con save.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure. Yeah, it's a con save. What do I... Listen, I'm stupid. What do I add to my attack?
It's your proficiency plus the stat modifier that you're using. I think I let you use strength.
Yeah. Okay. Um, that's... I can do math very, really well. That's the 24.
Okay. So you hit him. He's a wizard.
Yeah.
He is very clearly a magic caster. Okay. So I will say up front, I rolled a natural 2 on his Constitution saving throw.
You're perfect. And he's going to die.
Yeah. So Caliban, describe how you crumple this man to the ground unconscious.
Um, Caliban is upset at this point. He he has a lot of emotions. This is like inside of Caliban's brain and insight for the viewers at home. Um, Caliban like has a lot of complicated emotions about what's happening right now, and especially is bothered. It's not quite the same amount of anger he felt to the man that was at the front gate, but it's getting up there. And he especially is a little upset just because it's happening to Belle. Um, Caliban doesn't know very much about Belle, but he knows enough that he's bothered. And so it is just an immediate, he tries not to drop Razz, but he's honestly just going straight for it and just truly just punches him in the back of the head as hard as he fucking can.
Uh, I don't think you come out of Vanish is the reason why I'm like laughing a little bit, because how Vanish works is that you deal a specific amount of attacks to come out of Vanish with advantage. So you have just dealt 1 out of probably like 8 that you can do. So this guy just crumples to the ground, and everybody else in the room pauses, like, what the fuck was that? And Belle, you see him turn directly to face you. And he doesn't raise his keyblade. He just kind of stares at you, and you know he can see you.
I would say Caliban comes out of Vanish.
Caliban, you see Belle instinctively take a knee now.
He has his hands up at this point. They're not like all the way up in the air. Ooh, they're like touching either of his shoulders. And he doesn't quite regard Belle going onto his knee. But I think he turns to the other two, and he just kind of goes, uh, I think they're done. This one, he was only listening because he thought he had to. He's not that bad. I, Caliban doesn't know who these people are, right?
You would know of the Maya's family and generally what their names are, but not their faces, no.
And he just kind of goes, I'm. Remind me of Lex's title.
Lord Commander first rank.
Uh, so he just goes, I am loosely acquainted with Prince Arthur and Lord Commander Alexios. Uh, I mean no harm. Uh, if you please, he is not. He gesturing to Belle. he is not here to commit treason. This one, on the other hand, and I think he very openly kicks the royal mage. This one is acting on his own accord. Fully knew what he was doing.
On that, after Cal says that, Razz is gonna jump down and just start digging in his hair, just messing it up.
I think Caliban is tall. I think he sees that Razz is moving and puts Razz down.
She still leaps from his hand. just messing up the royal mage's hair for just because devious evil.
Is there any reaction from the other two?
They kind of look to each other. You know this sort of look. It's the sort of look that you and Nikki share when you both realize that the fight's done, and they both desummon their keyblades. They're reasonable people. They were just defending something.
Yeah, he just goes, "Thank you," and he is Belle still on the knee
until you tell him to rise.
He doesn't. I don't. Caliban, because Zed, the person, can never remember this guy's name. Caliban does not know to call him anything else other than Belle. So Caliban goes, "Belle, up."
And after a second of hesitation, he does stand up, and he's a little shorter than you, kind of in between you and Razz's height, like 6'3", 6'4".
I think Caliban does approach. He's not being quiet about this, but he does approach and puts a thing he did to Razz earlier, hand on this guy's shoulder as long as he doesn't move away.
Mm-hmm.
He's not necessarily being quiet about this, but he goes, "Dawn wasn't acting on orders. You didn't have to do this."
He doesn't say anything, but not at first, but he does eventually mutter, "So I'm in trouble again."
I'm going to make sure they know that you're not. Okay?
A nod. Thank you.
Are you going to stay here and answer to the king and queen, or are you going to run?
He thinks for a moment. I think I'll take my leave.
He turns to the other two and he goes, "This guy's gonna run. He's not gonna hurt anyone. He will run. He doesn't really have much of a choice. I will explain everything I can to the king and queen if I must."
And you see all of the rest of the people not unconscious see this person duck backwards, not like in a running manner, but if you've ever seen the Kingdom Hearts games of when a Organization 13 member would just disappear into a dark corridor right behind them, that's what he's doing.
This is what Belle's doing?
Yeah.
The fucking back vanish?
Yeah.
I think there's just a small thing before Belle goes, where Caliban just goes, "I'm vouching for you now. I'm helping you now. And I can help you again later." For her. Okay?
He glances away, but nods, and he disappears.
And Caliban's mad. Can he pull up the royal mage by his hair?
Yeah.
Alright. It's just pulling him up. He kind of cocks his head to the side and pulls him up face towards Caliban and is trying to see if he's fully out cold still.
He's down for the count. I rolled low enough that there was no way he would have been able to come back normally. He's out.
Caliban, Razz is off of him, so he fully throws the Royal Mage over his shoulder. And he goes, he like waits for Razz to move away and is just like, girl, you got it. Don't burrow in his hair.
Listen, I didn't want him to wake up with nice hair. Bad guys don't get to have nice hair, that's just how things work.
Well, probably how this is gonna go is he's gonna wake up and be executed shortly after, so, you're good.
You win some, you lose some. Poof. Poofs into Razz.
And he kind of goes, he noticed the look earlier that the two shared. He goes, sorry for ruining the fun, but, it's just, I think it was time for this all to be done.
No.
Oh no, for certain. I ran out of mana about 2 hours ago. I was using my Keyblade for most of that.
Are you two good? All right.
Oh yeah,
you need,
we're
like...
alright.
Okay, you don't need like healing or anything?
Oh no, I had all the healing under. Nice wrap.
I do have a question.
Is that in character?
No. I remember meeting Luca, but I also think it was a retcon session, so I didn't know how much of that had survived.
I'd say you know Luca from Aster, and keeping in with Aster's whole deal.
Okay, I was thinking as well, but I didn't want to like assume.
Yeah, I'd say that.
If I may?
Yeah.
I'm very okay with replacing that one with Razz instead of everything that Aster and them did solo, if that's what you want to do.
We'll talk about it.
Alright.
Okay.
So you know of Luca, and you have seen him a couple of times before.
Okay. So Razz is not gonna like hesitate and just kind of step forward now that she's no longer a weasel and just. Aster's out there too, somewhere else.
Yeah, the kid gets into a lot of different situations. I'll handle it.
Okay.
Last time I heard, he was arguing with his friends.
Yeah, he
Very lovingly, but they were arguing.
He might need you right now. Respectfully, so respectfully, he might help him to see right now.
I'll see him tomorrow. He needs to rest.
Real.
All of you do.
Calvin gives like a little. He like leans down a little bit. It's kind of like a puppy instinct. Something he would do not to his mom, but to his dad when like he did something without asking for permission or something. He does like a little head down and then he goes, "I'm sorry if letting that guy go wasn't the right call. I knew that he didn't deserve it."
No, I think a 20 insight gets it. There's a look in Luca's eyes, even from this distance, Caliban. He knows just as much as your mom and dad do. He did it on purpose and let you do it.
Calvin is very forthcoming and he goes, so you know. Thank you.
See ya, kid. And he turns and walks over to a pedestal that your ears have been ringing this entire time.
Can I roll something? Can I check on my sword?
You want your sword so badly.
I need, for everyone, for context, this sword is extremely close in name to Caliban's, and ever since I heard the name of it, I was like, so it's my sword. And so I keep on referring to it as my sword.
Roll charisma for me. Just a flat
hold
charisma.
on. Okay. I didn't roll very well. It's a 12.
There's something telling you to get closer, and you don't know what it is.
I'm going. What's with the sword?
You see the other person, not Luca, probably one of Luca's family members. So, oh, that is I think the name is Caliban. Kind of funny. It's supposed to be a other half to an old sword that got lost.
Is it like normal for it to kind of be calling to you and wanting it to approach you? It
They both stop and stare at you. It's calling to you?
uh, a little bit. I kind of just want to walk up and check it out, but I don't know if that's like overstepping considering everything that just happened.
It might be pertinent if you took it with you. Luca, could you fuck off? No, fuck you. I've got it. Let me just no, fuck off. And they start bickering a little bit, and this one, a little taller than Luca, just grabs him and drags him off so he doesn't touch the sword.
Okay, very. Calvin is very happy to be watching this. Very reminiscent of his own family. He's just like, ah, yeah, I gotta go find those couriers. Um, so is Calvin allowed to walk up to the sword?
Yeah. They're
Okay.
basically letting you as like an act of kindness.
Calvin walks up. I think he like pokes it. Like he pokes the hilt.
You take the royal mage with you, or do you set him down?
I go, Razz, are you strong?
That's in character.
Okay. Caliban still absolutely manhandling this guy, like pulls him off his shoulder by his hair, and then kind of hair in hand offers it to Razz and just goes, hold on to this.
Okay. She does try to take him, and she just holds on to the hair, but he probably hits the floor.
Well, yeah, he
Not...
just like he's like kind of sitting on the floor now, but his like head is still up because Calvin's holding on the hair.
Yeah.
Let me know if he starts to wake up again, and I'll knock him out again.
She salutes with her free hand, like, yes, I gotcha.
And he very quickly before he goes to the sword, he's just like, "Are you okay? Did I scare you?"
Could I also do something crazy?
Sure.
I don't know if it would work this way, but I would love to see if I can get in this guy's head.
I do believe detect thoughts requires them to be conscious to have a thought.
I think you are right, but
he's gone. He's not present anymore.
Genuine question.
Yeah.
What's up?
Because of our table rules of upcasting, couldn't it be upcasted into something that can do that?
No, not for this instance.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the description. Do with it what you will. You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in the moment, but as an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper.
I'd say that requires them to have a thought in the moment. He's out cold.
Okay.
There's nothing going on.
All right. I thought I'd ask.
You're all good. Caliban, what are you doing?
Can I go poke this sword?
Do you step up to the pedestal or do you step up just beyond it?
He gets as close as he can. He wants to like genuinely poke it.
You poke it. I need you to roll a charisma saving throw for me.
Oh, so you want to know what I got?
What's up?
It's a very sexy 6.
Your head fucking hurts. But it's like you aren't taking damage, but you're not paying attention. There is a ringing in your ears, and it solidifies as a voice. Who are you? You are curious, but who are you?
Caliban, Ventero.
How ironic. I'm Caliburnus, the sister
I know.
sword. Yes?
I think the name was mentioned, and it did immediately catch my attention.
You are interesting. The voice sounds amused, but not disregarding. It's not condescending in any manner. It just sounds amused.
I'm sorry, I interrupted your introduction.
No, it is all right. Normally, I would go on a spiel of I'm Caliburnus, sister to Excalibur, but normally my sister would be here.
Are you like sad about that?
I don't believe sad is the option that I would give to this. I believe it is best if we do not find each other again. We always tend to clash. Our wielders, that is.
Noted. Uh, I think some people were looking for you. Uh,
I am aware.
are
Do
you
you?
content as you are now?
No, I am bored.
Okay. Is can, can I do anything about that?
Would you like to become my new wielder?
Hmm. I am infamously using the wrong weapons for every single fighting technique I have going on. And so I think having a sword would make it even funnier. Um, I do, I don't, I don't think the weapon I have now does not have a consciousness like this, right?
It does not.
Okay. And so he goes, I've never, um, I don't know how to word this right, but I've never had a weapon that I would need to care about what it thinks. And even if I'm not sure if we'll talk again if I do take you, but I don't. I do a lot of violent things. Is that okay?
You almost hear the grin in this feminine voice. Oh, it's more than okay, honey. I was built for it. Let's take a pause for right now.
Okay. This one.
So, after the events of the last few hours of the riot, things slowed to a crawl because people started forgetting the reason why they were so mad and why they were going to such lengths to do these things against the king, against the queen, against the royal family, against these people who were in their way. They just kind of got sheepish, apologized, said they would make up for it in any way they could, and some other ones were kind of rude about it, but they meant the same thing. There were some that thought they would be killed and took off, leaving people behind them kind of disappointed that someone in such noble states would be so cowardly. But over the course of over the course shut up guys, over the course of multiple hours, well into the night and into the morning, taking shifts, taking people of like interrogations, making sure that this wasn't going to be a recurring incident, making sure that if they knew anything, they would hand over the information willingly. And around 4 in the morning, maybe 5, you guys, I think, all decided to meet up at the safety location that Sai had given you. Said that no one should be there, and if... Stop it! I'm trying to be serious. I need to look away from chat. But you guys meet up at the Royal Overlook. I think Arthur specifically and Aster kind of made it a point to tell the king and queen to not worry, that they're just going to head up and talk to their friends, make sure that if there's any information they know, that they'd hand it over or at least come talk to them themselves. They did not want to overstep.
I think Aster's words verbatim would have been, don't worry, I'll take care of this one too. Walked out.
So you guys all meet up, and I think Arthur is the most aware of it, but you have not seen Lex the entire night. And I think all of you clock it as Arthur walks in without him, but with Toro.
Couldn't find him?
No.
Lex, you couldn't find him?
No.
On his room?
Mm-mm.
I can send one of the hounds to look for him if you want. Well, hounds is up for debate.
Right. I don't think they'll find him.
Toro is like laying between the two of you with that look of like, not kicked puppy, but worried puppy. Of like little tiny whines here and there.
While petting Toro, Aster's just, we're stupid. Have we tried calling him? Arthur, you tried calling him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Arthur, you would have gotten the 3-ring tone of his phone is still on, but he's either ignoring it or doesn't have it on him.
Well, team meeting until he gets here?
Sure. Let's debrief what happened yesterday.
You lead off, man. I'll send a text to Lex. I'll send a text to Lex of where they are.
I guess on the matter of how it ended.
Everyone's there?
Yeah.
Well, Razz had come out to check on me, and I wanted to go check just to see if I could find the black cloak Helia had mentioned. I knew that I was right in what I was bringing up, but I also didn't think Helia was wrong. And we went to the treasury and found the royal mage and the black cloak figure, and they were fighting against who was it? Razz recognized him. It was Luca?
Your dad!
Razz, you are the only one that clocks it. That soft little, oh, Dad. Oh, Dad.
Oh.
Yeah, that.
This morning.
Luca, and I assume a family member of his, and he puts family member in quotes because I think he catches on to the vibe. It was there.
Was it
Um,
short, angry, and skittish, or was it confidence and goggles?
Goggles and
That's
Holly.
fair.
Ah, okay. Uh, yeah, they were there fighting off against the Black Cloak figure and the Royal Mage. Um, I'll just I'll just be straight up. The Black Cloak figure, if you all are familiar, I know him as Bell.
Never. Wait. DM, do I know
Like,
that name?
It was such a long time ago. Do you think he would remember it?
Is it the motherfucker from the Sunset Land? Or was it the one that we fought on the train? Not fought, but interacted with.
Do you think you as a character would remember it?
I'll roll a history check. Normally he would, absolutely, because Aster is absurdly, like, I can't forget anything. Much akin to how I wish I was, but no, Aster has a better memory than Yuffie. So I feel like he would, but he's not in a good headspace, so I can roll history.
Go ahead and roll history for me.
Alright. Bell, if I'm right, is the motherfucker from... One second, actually. I have my notes. But I'm pretty sure Bell is the guy I was chasing with Vincent. Smells like flowers and shit. He was the guy I was chasing on Sunset Boulevard. When Aster was by himself, closing off that world. So I remember it. But
I will say because you put it together, your character would be able to.
it takes about as much time. He goes, Black Code. What's your passive insight, Caliban?
20.
Deception check to try and hide the motherfucker energy.
You have to roll above a 20.
About a 21.
Just barely.
Can Caliban actively roll insight to check?
Go ahead.
That's a 28.
Hey, Caliban. You probably no longer feel safe, as Aster has stopped petting the dog.
No, I think Caliban's feeling great.
I feel fine. He like Bell. Fuck. Okay, so the guy at the front gate that I was trying to communicate about. I've never engaged with him personally, but he's recognizable enough. He kind of like had an ego, and let's just say the people that he works for are scary and quiet, and he was being loud and stupid. And so I kind of put the pieces together that a guy probably wasn't. He was doing something on his own accord. I don't use the card very often, but it's pretty easy for me to get word around. And I took some pictures of them, and they very quickly made it to the right ears. I'm pretty sure he was murdered, and that's what the whole big chaos tremor thing was. I think I would assume the people he works for are powerful, and someone was mad that he overstepped. Bell also works with them, but I know for a fact he's being blackmailed.
Yeah, he alluded to that. I feel like it might be better if you tell everybody who he works for, or rather with.
I don't want you. Does Caliban know that they know already? Because they haven't said. I don't think they said anything in front of Caliban about
Annabeth and
the
Marvin?
big beds. Have they mentioned Marvin in front of him?
I don't think so. Not
No.
not in
Yeah.
a way that you'd recognize.
So yeah,
I think Razz is gonna place a hand on his shoulder and just be like, the more we know right now, the better.
Also,
I don't
Aster,
want
check
you.
your notes.
What's up?
Check your notes.
Oh, my notes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that. He's gonna show it to
Alrighty.
Arthur.
I don't want anyone to like. I don't want you guys to get into deeper shit. But it's like I in impolite company would call it a cult.
It's a cult.
They're like, you know, do you know what I'm talking about when I say I don't engage with many cults. I think they're like the only one I've ever engaged with or like heard of.
I think we've interacted with like one cult extra, and their cult pope dropped about 3 points of fuck you lightning into my entire body.
Yeah, they don't have a pope or anything. There's like a very scary couple that runs it.
Annabeth.
Yeah, and yeah.
I've met Belle before. When I was doing my solo stuff on Sunset Boulevard, I met Belle and one other person, spied on them. I tried to give chase. Belle pushed me out of a portal that I was. And like, this is one of those things he probably hasn't expressed before, but when I pulled a dark gate open with my bare hands.
Huh? Huh?
It was stupid. They were leaving. I thought I had to give chase. So I grabbed onto the edge of the portal and pried it open. Belle pushed me out with a note in my pocket.
What did that note say?
Coordinates to a different world. I went there with someone. Borrowed my pops' boat as a safe haven. Got some info. Kept it to myself for far too long. So let's just do this now. And Aster will stand up. No more secrets. Not with this group. Not with this... whatever we are. No more, alright? It's only hurting. The kickoff, I got one pretty big one. I can't summon my Keyblade of the Heart anymore.
Oh.
What?
It's been locked away for a bit now. Arthur knows because he was there with me, but Anna had to cancel a spell that ended up canceling the summoning and materializing of my Keyblade of Heart about twice. Because it was a high-grade teleportation spell? Like, he's checking with Arthur.
I think so.
Also, my mom is something called a Braska. I plan on looking into that more.
Hey, Razz.
Oh.
The term Braska is a old term, but you've done enough research into old things for your own purposes. That Braska kind of perks your ears, visibly. Braska is a term relegated to one world and one world only. It is from the world of Spira, one of a trio of worlds where only one is currently left standing. And the other two were Gaia and Eorzea. Spyra and Gaia fell a long time ago. No one knows if they're into darkness or if they're just sleeping. But it does catch your attention.
Okay. Upon hearing that name and reacting, she is going to relay that information. Probably pretty close to how you just presented it, because it was very clear.
Wait, so the name... Is it a name or a title?
The world. Or no, it's not a world. It's a word used on a world.
Great. Okay. So which one?
You can roll history if you want, Razz.
Okay.
Roll with advantage, Razz.
Me also, can I?
You can also roll, yeah.
Cool.
Oh, shit. Hey, which one of you, real quick, which one of you has the better history?
Definitely Arthur right now.
No, I already have advantage on history rolls. You're good.
Oh, right. Then, hey, once more. Razz, take a... I'm going to use once more. As a reaction, you can choose to offer a targeted ally advantage on their roll, granting them a potential boost.
Okay.
Aster will just kind of like snap, and you get little pink stars fluttering around you.
Oh, yeah. 23.
I'd say both of you register what a Braska is, but both of you kind of click at the same time of, oh, he probably shouldn't say that in public. It's not a horrible term, but it is like a term, to put it simply, calling someone a Braska is essentially saying that they have powers that they are willing and able and ready to doom the world with. It is not a kind sentiment.
Imagining them just looking at each other from across the circle. Like, oh.
This is Yuffie speaking. Hey, 23 passive insight. Please tell me I've not been saying my mom and me are a slur.
Not a slur per se, but it's not.
That's a wonderful way to start something, bud.
From Razz's reaction, I say it's also not a slur. Caliban's watching her.
That means my dad
It's
called my mom a slur. Great.
It's as close to a slur as you can get without saying a slur.
Oh my god. I've got to call my dad afterwards and fucking fix...
What?
Oh, by the way, real quick, last thing from Aster. You guys know my little heartless quadruplets? Zippy, Missy, Itty, and Bitty?
Yeah.
They're not
In
heartless,
passing.
they're spirits.
Okay.
Oh.
What? They speak heartless?
Missy, Diane, whatever she wants to be called. Kind of explained it a little bit. I wasn't strong enough to call for spirits, so they answered the only call I could offer, which was lesser heartless summoning. The more I'm getting used to magic and summoning magic, the more I'm becoming something, I guess, as a family trait I didn't know about. I don't know. Apparently my mom was a summoner too, so... He's gonna take a moment. He just goes, I know, Missy used to be called, or... One second, and he's just going to kind of hold out a new summoning circle for someone and try and summon Missy.
She responds. She's looking at you from... She's making a bit now. Every time you call her, she's not in your shadow. She's like...
Is she in fucking Razz's shadow?
No, she's in Arthur's shadow again.
Oh, cool.
What? Just the Hey, Arthur, a pair of bright blue eyes just appear in your shadow from the way that I'm imagining it. Just
Yeah.
the fuck. What's your name? Do you want to go by Missy, or do you prefer your old name, or do you want a new one? Because we can make a new one if you want.
She sighs, half a laugh and half a sigh. I am your summon. You dictate that.
And you've been my summon long enough to know that's not how I roll. This is not a master servant. We're partners.
You can feel her pinch the bridge of her nose.
I'm reading too much into shit again, aren't I?
Yes, Missy is fine.
No, feels weird, feels wrong. As someone who went by Caesar for far too long, I can tell you.
Think about it later, focus. And she kind of closes her eyes and kind of goes back to normal.
Yeah. She's a former servant of Shiva, the Ice Aeon. You know, like Ifrit, Bahamut, fucking Leviathan, Odin. God, Aster is becoming more and more just exhausted as he opens his mouth.
Tsubasa just reaches
you're
over.
good.
He just reaches over and gently pats Aster's shoulder.
As you're patting his shoulder, you just feel him tense, and he just hands on the ground, two little summoning circles. Boys. And he's going to try and summon Yambidi.
They respond. One is a pair of green eyes and one is a pair of blue eyes.
Staring. You two are spirits as well, aren't you?
You see the grin.
Looks between both of them. And Aster, I'm going to take you all down the route that Yuffie had to think on. Okay. You two are loyal, so hounds, you're probably still hounds. When's the only time you've disobeyed me? It was you, Itty. You disobeyed me to stick with your fucking carbuncles, aren't you?
There's just a giggle from both of them. Much more mischievous than you ever really clocked from them.
It's one of those things of like, oh, they're smiling evilly. No, man, they're just happy. They just ain't got a good laugh. They're just happy.
Mm-hmm.
You don't bite.
You do.
Yes, you fucking do.
Okay. Aster's just gonna smile at them. Ah, you're still good boys. Pat them on the head. He's not gonna desummon them, he's just gonna keep them out. He needs emotional support. Someone else go.
I just wanted to finish a little bit. Belle being blackmailed. It's with his sister. I know that for a fact. I'm pretty sure she's like kind of being held captive. And hi Mara. Does
Yeah?
Caliban know the parentage of Belle and his sister?
Yes.
Okay. And he just goes, it's Belle. Like he calls himself his mom's name. It's like Belle and the Beast. Those are their parents.
Might as well have it.
And then yeah, I kind of, the royal mage was there. I punched the shit out of him. I kind of turned him over, and I think Belle knew that he was going to get in trouble if he stayed. I know that he like technically committed treason. I think he didn't want to commit treason, and he dashed. I didn't stop him. Luca didn't stop him. It seemed like Luca and I knew the same thing, that he was being blackmailed. And I got a sword. And that's all.
How'd you get the sword?
The sword was there in the vault. Belle and the Royal Mage were after it, I think, and it called to me, and I talked to it, and now I have a sword.
I didn't know it was talking to you. That's like red flag central.
Yeah, like she's cool. We were talking.
That sword
It's,
is.
I'm pretty sure it's a girl thing. It has a similar name to mine. It's Caliburnus. It's Excalibur's sister.
I assume I don't need to roll with that to know what that is.
Nope.
Cool. That's great.
What's great?
Do you mean that? Do you want to see her? She,
Not something I need to worry about.
Caliban feels like he's done something wrong, and like he was kind of like his tail was wagging a little bit when he was talking about the sword, and now he's like, I don't want to distress anyone. I think it's very cool that I have a sword now. I know that I'm not exactly friends with these people, but I'm being upfront about the sword. It's a cool sword.
You know, it's just a sword specifically from that treasury. Eh,
I did want to talk to uh, your parents to make sure they were okay with it. I think I'm okay to put her back, even though she was kind of bored, she said, just sitting there.
I see.
Yeah, Arthur, you are aware of why she was bored. She's she's a naturally violent thing. She, I'll put it to you this way. Arthur recalls a time where she called out to him, and then to Lex. And both of you kind of went, that's a lot. I'm gonna, no. Dad?
The sword is
The
talking to
fucking thing.
me.
Yeah.
So, would you feel better if I talked to your parents about it?
It would probably be the right thing to do, considering I don't think you should just kind of take and leave.
I mean, I wasn't gonna leave. Did I say
I
that I
mean,
was?
you
Did I
have
misspeak?
to, because that's an eventual thing.
I'm sorry, what was the word? I did not hear it.
Oh, I meant the castle, not like
Oh,
leave out of just vanish.
yeah, I wasn't gonna.
Okay. Anybody
Does
else have
anybody else
something?
want to? Yeah, does anybody else want to speak up?
I think that guy has feathers, and I don't remember him having feathers.
That guy just pointing at Tsubasa.
Yeah.
Yeah, you missed it. You ran into me.
Yeah, and he does fidget for a moment. Just the just like the finger thing. Just I mean, well, I'm beginning to think I'm not actually a tiefling.
Okay.
Yes, that exactly, Nia. Just
Like a ASMR?
probably. I mean, because I've got wings now.
Can can we go? Can we fly together sometime? Will you take me? Can you? Is that possible?
I mean, I'd have to be able to pick you up, I think.
Razz weighs like a bowl of
I
grapes. You can.
I can be small. I can be little. I can be a weasel.
Yeah, she was like a weasel the entire time when we were doing stealth shit. She's very light, very little.
Yeah. For a moment, he
It's
does
like
turn.
hold. It's like
For a moment, he does turn to
it's
Aster. It's
like
just. Mm. You
it's like
go.
What
holding a
hap-
couple of grapes.
Yeah.
What happened for
Okay.
the wings to come out? I'm sorry.
He does turn to Aster briefly for a moment. Just. Okay. Also, she weighs like a bowl of grapes to you. I'm not as strong as you, Aster. But yeah, no. It's weird because I went to go find Headmaster Juliet, and because you guys remember that Aster said that she was under a suggestion spell,
Mm-hmm.
and when I went to find her, I found Destiny with her, but nobody else could see Destiny.
Have we met Destiny before?
Lance does finally like look up from where he's been kind of just sitting and fiddling around. What do you mean Destiny? Like, do we know anyone named Destiny?
Well, no, I mean like
Like the concept?
yes.
Yeah, I've met a concept.
Like the Guardians.
Yeah, no, we apparently met her brother once before, Fate.
I met someone named V. That was a while ago. It's a Beast Castle.
I mean, the only thing I can think that would be fate related, you guys all met the Dragon Who or Guardian of Mischief.
If you guys don't remember out of character, his name was A.O. Show and he crashed one of our classes and he was a prick.
Yes.
I do remember that out of character.
Yeah, no, I met Destiny and I might have been. I might have tried to detect thoughts on her, maybe. Very possibly. And that was when things started getting a little weird. It was almost like someone had cast a stop spell, but not. And, he does sit there for a moment trying to figure out how to put his words together, remembering all that had happened, and just. I talked to her for a bit. She's. Out of character, she did mention that she and her brother were either dying and or already dead, yeah?
Correct.
Yeah. She said that she was dying and that Fate was probably already dead. And shit, out of character, I'm struggling to remember the exact wording of the whole conversation.
Try your best.
I'm trying so fucking hard right now. At one point she had asked me if I would follow fate or destiny, and I told her I would make my own path. And when I went to take her hand, I started falling, and I saw myself, but from different loops. But after that had happened, after I woke up from that, I had these feathers, and when I cast Counter Charm, that's when I got wings.
Do you describe at all the scene that you saw?
Yeah, the sky and the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, I remember when I was falling, it was just through a sky and ocean, not anywhere near where we are now.
Hey, Arthur.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll history or can you put it together?
The Sky and Sea?
Yeah, just Sky and Sea.
Final World?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you were at the Final World. It in eh.
The final world?
Yeah. It's the afterlife. Kinda. No, it's difficult to explain.
Canonically, to this game, you would register it as the last chance before the afterlife.
It's kind of like the final before the final destination.
Are you saying I almost died?
Couldn't tell you. Maybe.
We
Tsubasa
need to
having a
talk.
minor existential crisis.
Hey, pat, bud. We need to talk to that goddamn therapist. Anybody else? Does anybody else want to reveal like some fucking groundbreaking bullshit? Want to give a god of misfortune or some shit?
I did notice that Helia's been over on her own the whole time that we've been talking out of the circle.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do have some, because I imagine Tsubasa probably would have heard the commotion as he was running off, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and Helia fought. I don't think she's quite forgiven me.
Is that what the yelling was about when I left?
A little bit.
Well, the only way to find out is to talk to her. So let's do that. She's gonna walk around and just kind of. Helia? How you doing
Yeah.
over here?
Just sitting, listening.
What's going on in your head right now?
Not much. I don't have anything really to add to this conversation we're having, so...
Okay. You were just over here lonely and, well, alone. I don't know if you feel lonely, but I can't assume that. But, you know, I just wanted to check in.
Thanks, Razz.
Gonna give, like, a gentle head pat because she's sitting.
I adore Razz so much.
I for Helia.
I have a question for the group.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to start something, but it's like almost 3 hours, and it will take a good portion of time, probably 40 minutes.
Well, technically, it's only been 2.5 hours of recording.
Yes, but this will go well into probably 11:30.
I
It
do not
can
work
wait.
tomorrow.
One more time?
It can wait. It can wait if everybody is starting to get tired.
I'm wide awake. I got no work tomorrow either. Me and
I'm
Razz
good.
probably same vibe of wide awake.
I'm jazzed. I've been drinking coffee this whole time.
Guys, please. Nia and Zag, how you feeling?
I got confirmation I can get pain management help, so I'm all good.
Alrighty. Nia?
Thumbs up.
Alright.
Before we get
So-
into intensity, I would love a quick bathroom though.
Yeah, let's pause for a second. Let's
Oh,
go
man.
use the restroom.
And play the piano music.
Yes.
We're unpaused.
So, as you all are starting to kind of figure out what to do next, some of you want to go find a person. Some of you want to kind of figure out how to approach certain people. And kind of from behind all of you, kind of from the front gates of this area, sort of, I'll point it out. Over here, you hear the door open, and it's an odd sound. It's as if 3 types of footsteps are overlaying on one another. And I need all of you, aside from Arthur and Caliban, to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Well, unfortunate.
Druid, do not fail me! I didn't mean to do it with advantage. It was still from the other.
We're
No,
not doing
I'm
so great
sorry.
right now.
I'll say it one more time. Revolt. Aster's cuddled up next to 2 carbuncles. He's probably the fucking stablest he's gonna be.
Razz is sitting by
I think you still
Helia.
need to roll wisdom save.
No, Revolt gives me a nat 20.
Okay.
I get it once per session.
I'm going to say you need to roll this one.
But
Oof.
Oof.
wisdom save?
Yes.
Yes.
Should have taken the revolt.
Aster, you kind of shake your head a little bit of like, that's a weird sound. And then you register the sound itself. You know those footsteps. Of course you do. Because so does Arthur, and so do you, Caliban. I think you all kind of turn to face the sound. Kind of as this person is walking in. And you recognize some of the features. Small, dressed in an odd set of colors. Whites, pure whites, and a couple of grays with a sort of pitch black shirt. You kind of most of you, aside from the 3 who automatically succeeded, you all see different aspects of this person. Tsubasa, you see the red-ended hair, the vague smile of someone who's very tired, and you don't see the eyes. Razz, you see Lex. How could you not? He's always been that way. You don't know why he's dressed in such weird colors, though. He doesn't look good in white. Helia, Lance. It's like looking into a mirror that's been fractured many times over. You're sure that the person beyond it is someone you recognize, but it's hard to face them. And they start walking forward. And it's hard to focus on just one aspect of this person, but it's familiar. Aster, you recognize Lex, don't you? And your head tilts. Arthur.
Yes.
As this person steps down onto your level, kind of a little below, he looks up at you. It's been a long time since you've been able to hug your best friend in the flesh. And he just smiles at you.
What?
I don't have very long, you guys, so if you're gonna ask questions, you might as well do it now.
Why are you late?
He snorts. Just the late.
I sent you a text like fucking 30 minutes. You missed all the secrets being revealed, my guy.
And he gets a little closer. And it's the weirdest feeling in the world for him to get this close and you guys not being able to see his eyes.
Aster's gonna.
But he is looking directly at all of you. And you know he is. Another step.
Yo, you good?
No. I think it's time I come clean.
What do you
well,
mean?
did it? Now it's time.
Arthur, you recognize the position he takes as he gets down on both knees and kneels. This is an apology. I have been lying to most of you. Some of you have figured it out. And he pauses, hesitating, worried. This is not a Lex that you recognize, for most of you. Arthur, this is rare for your best friend, but not uncommon. I am a white cloak. I used to work with the people who are hurting you.
What?
Gannabeth and them?
In a previous loop, yes.
He's still kneeling, right?
Yes.
Aster will stand in front of him. Look up.
He does.
Stand up.
Caliban starts moving and closing in at that.
As Caliban and the others begin to move, Aster will wave his hand, kind of give a sign to Itty and Bitty. Just don't let them stop him.
He does stand up.
I'm just going to take off that hood.
One blue eye, one gold. Pins of his hair are a dull red, and there are little streaks of white and gray throughout his hair. Stress markers.
Do you regret it?
With everything I have.
Aster tightens a fist.
He kind of glances at your hand that is tightened. but doesn't stop you.
Raises it, and Aster will punch himself in the head. And how fucking long have you been keeping that in? I've been calling them such fucking shit names because I thought they did that.
He just looks confused. What are you talking about?
I've been given the ones. I thought Annabeth and Marvin did that bullshit. I was giving flack to whoever was causing the loop, saying a bunch of bad shit. My bad, dude.
He just kind of gives a sad laugh. I kind of helped them do it last time. I was desperate. And he glances at Arthur. I wanted to go home.
Yeah, but you regret it. With all your heart.
What's left of it? He kind of jokes.
How many?
Well, you know what you do whenever you regret something with all your heart? You
He
say
kind of looks
sorry.
past you to land. What was that?
How many?
He takes a deep breath. Well, do you mean how many as in how many you actually got strong enough to be different? Or how many times they actually took you out? And that I had to watch every time.
How many times has this happened? How many times have we died?
Altogether? Because there are quite a few that I didn't bring up to Razz. And he looks over at Razz.
And her eyes are just like fixed on him. She's kept that like a secret to not betray that trust. And did we die every time?
No. Sometimes you got really close. But things went wrong. And you hear this cough. It is wet and drowned and bloody come from him as he coughs into his hand and coughs up a bit of blood.
Aster will try to support him.
Well, seems like I'm already running out of time.
Shit.
Wait, what do you mean running out of time? Like
Easy.
Well, let's just say I don't really get the choice to be whole for very long.
wait,
Yeah.
wait.
If you're whole right now, Lex, how much longer you got as a whole being?
A minute, maybe two.
Oh,
Lex.
I spent most of it talking to my parents. Sorry.
Lex.
don't be sorry.
Don't be sorry about that, man. Not a person here wouldn't have done the same. Lex,
What?
I forgive you. You're an idiot. I'm never gonna let you live it down, but I forgive you. I think someone, looking directly at Arthur, needs to get the shit out his boots and hurry up. That's slag, but it came out shit.
It's
Why
fine.
now?
What?
Clear you did it now. Why? What's next?
I suppose you'd be able to find me, put me back together proper. I'd be able to go home.
if it just happens again?
It won't. That's the problem. This is the last loop. I made sure of it. You don't have another chance. You die, that's it. And he coughs again, a very, like, it sounds horrid. It sounds like he's coughing up a lung almost. Don't worry about it. Arthur's just mad at me for right now.
Again, you're a dumbass, but I'm sorry, Yuffie's gonna speak up. Helia,
What?
you got anything? You good?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
I don't know. Usually when you're quiet, I get worried.
Okay.
Just checking on you.
Hey, DM.
What's up?
Can I use Shape of Fate?
To do what, Chief?
Get like a positive change? Because
Okay.
I'm not at the point where I can like influence anything other than positive or negative.
What's the positive you're looking for in this instance?
A bit more time.
With Lex? Is that what you're
Yes.
doing?
Yes.
Okay. Noted. Sure. I'll let it go. You see, this, like... It's a weird feeling for you, Lance. Normally, your Shape of Fate doesn't really show its head very quickly. But there's a small blue butterfly that settles on Lex's shoulder, and he looks a little calmer in his coughing. You don't know how much time you have, but you have a little more.
Arthur, even if you are upset, this is very limited, and I know he's your guy, so I'm sorry for sticking my nose in it, but I don't know if you have anything you need to say to him while he's whole, but I wanted to ask.
Get your ass over here and hug your friend.
No, that would require him not to be a coward. And he grins.
Piece of shit. Okay. You know what? Just because Lance did that thing, why not? Sorry, that was out of character. I said that. He's just doing it.
Okay.
He's just smiling at you. You know that there's an imbalance. That he's not quite here, but he is whole. And he's just grinning, like he taunted you successfully. It is your best friend. You know he is being a piece of shit on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do, Arthur?
I do. You know what? Because he's being a piece of shit. He's gonna kiss him. That's what he's gonna do.
Okay.
What?
I fucking told you so, Mira!
What? Hold on, what? You're gonna do what?
He's gonna kiss him.
He's gonna kiss him, fucker!
Put me in a corner. This is what happens.
Oh, okay. This is happening now.
I'm
I
sweating.
want you all I want you
Mira?
all to know. Me and Mara were talking before this session, and Mara said, Arthur's gonna say, I'm gonna kill you later. But I fucking told Mara. No, he's not. He's gonna fucking catch you off guard. Get
Fuck,
fuck,
Mara,
that was right.
Mara's been talking all day like everyone's gonna hate me. I'm gonna kill everyone, and I've been like, no, the fuck you aren't. Like I've been keeping that to myself. So like,
You, he, he's very surprised. He does not know how to react.
I feel because he's kind of angry, it's very passionate.
Caliban wolf whistles.
Guys, I think he's genuinely like blushing. This is the first time you've seen Lex blush, of any of you.
He can do that?
And he doesn't. It's like an instinctive thing of recognizing that everybody is still right the fuck there. He pushes you away and walks off.
I was like,
Hey,
"Ah,
no.
you."
How dare you? You get back here.
What did you say, Arthur?
Ha ha ha, fuck you.
Legendary.
Oh, this is the most glorious I've told you so ever.
He like as soon as you start laughing and say "fuck you," he doesn't miss a beat. Walks up to you, grabs you by your like the collar of your shirt, and like brings you into a kiss. He goes, "Get me out of this fucking place. You'll wish you've done more," and walks off.
I succeeded here today.
Oh. Arthur, I think you're gonna get laid, dude.
Should I do it? Should...
Hmm?
I have an idea, but I don't know if Lex
Yeah.
walking away is the time for it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah, no. Tsubasa suddenly moves, like he's walking fast, not quite running. And just... Because I'm assuming Lex probably stops once he realizes someone's following him.
Yeah, for the time being. He looks flustered. He's trying to get out. He needs to leave. He needs to go. He
Yeah.
needs to not be here.
Yeah, no. Once he catches up to Lex, just without saying anything initially, he actually goes to hit Lex in the chest. Not hard enough to hurt, but hard enough for there to be definitely an impact.
Huh. What was that for?
I know you regret it, but that's for all the times you've done the loops. But I can't blame you.
He smiles and just nods. Go back to the others. My nobody will show up shortly. And heads out. And I think that's a good place to call it.
Stop recording?
Yeah.
Oh.